taking out the Maserati for a drive, and I was doing some searching on the forums, on Marketplace, and I was shocked to see the good deals out there on the Granturismos. So when I bought this car, gosh, it was like 6 years ago. I remember when I was thinking, should I get a 08? Should I just get the car that I want? Because the 08s, you know, the first models here in the US, they were the cheapest at the time, and back then I think they were going for like 35,000. But I knew this is a car that I wanted to keep for a long time, so I prefer the one with a warranty, and I also like the updated design of the 2013 front end with the, and then the seats are also a little bit different. So that's why I ended up getting mine. And at the time, mine was out the door, taxes and everything was $73,000, but its original MSRP was like $140,000. So that was half price. But so looking at them today, I think this one's, I've seen mine go for like 40K. But the 2008s though, I saw a couple of them under $20,000. That's crazy for such a car, considering how expensive they used to be. And I got to thinking, I was like, is that the car? I don't think it can be the car, especially considering that for example, mine, it hasn't had any issues. And even searching online, from other owners, they seem to be generally very good cars with very little issues. So if the reliability is not the problem, and also the car is not ugly looking, it's still such a great looking car, even to this day. And the car was in production since 2008, and surely it ain't the sticky buttons. I mean, so if you see my video, I'll post a link in the description. So it's the only issue I've ever had, and this car's 10 years old. So just some sticky buttons in the interior, and that's it. This car sounds amazing. Got a Ferrari V8 engine, naturally aspirated, and V8s are a dying breed, especially naturally aspirated. But so that got me thinking. I was like, I think it's got to do with the parts and service. Let me know what opinions you got, but that's my opinion. So for one, there's not a lot of Maserati dealerships out there. Where I live, there used to be 3, and I remember back then their service was top notch. You got the red carpet treatment, and their services were not that expensive. I mean, an oil change was $300 just because they had to, all 3 of those dealerships had to compete amongst each other. But one of them shut down, and with the, I guess, the increased production of the Ghibli and all that, I think they got busier, and they basically doubled their prices. So their oil changes were then $600. But some of their services are really quite expensive. I was checking out this video, CEO Chris Holder. I'll link his video, and he's got a Granturismo, and the Maserati wanted to charge him $2,800 just to replace the TPMS sensors. Now I get the engine Ferrari built and all that, but TPMS sensors, that's pretty much you can actually put universal ones, and I think that's what he ended up doing. But $2,800. So yeah, some of them services are, the parts, quite expensive. So I kind of hope that with the introduction of the Grecali, There'll be more Maserati dealership around. Another thing, for some people who might even want to get a Granturismo, they don't even have one close by. So I think that's another thing hurting the prices. Some people that want one, for them it's not feasible to actually get one, because also there's really no aftermarket parts. So that's another thing, that you're kind of forced to have to rely on a dealership to service it. And so yeah, hopefully with the introduction of the Grecali, there'll be more Maserati dealerships around. But I do believe the pricing on the parts and the services does a lot to do with the massive depreciation. So yeah, I think the Granturismo is a great car for the money. I love driving this car, especially on the side roads, empty roads, and it makes such a great sound, and to me that adds to the experience. It's a 4-seater, so I can take out some passengers with me, and I think it's a practical car. It's roomy on the back, so it's crazy that the Granturismos have dropped below $20,000. I think that's a lot of car for the money. So yeah, lots of deals out there on the Granturismos. It's such a great drive with this car. This is some nice roads here, pretty empty. It's like the whole road to myself. So that wasn't like full throttle, and I know this car's not meant to be a race car or anything, but it still has decent power. I still enjoy driving this car after all these years. Still brings a smile to my face.